value his Cassante. They really like to get it. And so in the Fearless context, they use him for the Cassante. If it gets banned away, then it gets banned away. But then the priorities shift. So things like Scion become a really big thing. Ornn, also another big pick for Driver. And so he's the expected traditional tank frontliner that you would see, I guess in many ways you'd associate Impact with in many ways.
Okay. Well, on the first draft, or the first pick of the draft, excuse me, it's Team Liquid picking up the Corki, presumably for the bottom lane.
I mean, that's the beauty. It is a bit of a flex. They can put it into both the mid and bot lane role, but I agree with you. It's very much likely going towards Yon. I think they want to give Yon and CoreJJ a strong 2v2. When I saw them play against KC, it was that bot lane 2v2 domination that I think gave them such a leg up in the early game. The wanting to get that back makes a lot of sense.
Well, over on the other side, it will be the Maokai locked in first for Junja. This is also, again, like I was saying earlier, a pick away, a denial from Team Liquid to not give that to Umpty. We'll see what else they want to lock in. Remember that last time in the draft, we saw mirrored lane picks for the first 3 for both sides. We got to see the junglers, the mid laners, the AD carries. We'll see if that stays consistent here as the Tristana locked in for CFO.
Tristana, a big comfort pick for Hongq, something that he's often defaulted to, and it synergizes nicely with the Maokai. You've got this double AD carry comp likely going to be building on the side of CFO, which, I mean, we saw Team Liquid utilizing on day one of first stand. It's still a very common composition, especially in the context of the Maokai. It also raises the value of Rel and Leona. I wonder if they're going to lock that in or if instead they'll want to grab their AD carry. The Ziggs to come through from Team Liquid. We imagine that this is going to go to none other than APA in the mid lane.
This is the APA pick. When he first came into the league, everybody was talking about how the guy was a Ziggs and Aurelion Sol 2-trick, right? Like everybody always says, ban Ziggs against APA, ban Ziggs against APA. Even whenever he wins on this champion, he tweets out, wait, didn't they know that you're supposed to ban Ziggs against APA? Like, this is the most synonymous champion with him, I feel like, from all the games that I have seen. So that locked in alongside Sejuani for Umpty. Again, I like Team Liquid's composition so much more when Umpty is on these frontliners, on these hard CC champions like a Maokai or a Sejuani. So far the draft for TL, looking good.
Very much turning into a front-to-back teamfight style, which is kind of what I expected from both of these teams into this series. The Leona rounding out. We discussed this a little bit earlier, where both Leona and Rel offer a huge amount of value. With Alistar already taken out of the pool, things like Braum and Rel could be good bans from the side of CFO, given that well, I mean, supports are really the only thing that make the most sense in the context of the ban, unless they had a top laner that they had in mind that they wanted to lock in, but they can save that. Okay, they're not going to get rid of any more AD carries. Instead, they want to ban out a few more AP options on the top side of the map in the Gragas.
And you can see the Pantheon ban by CFO. For a lot of teams, this could be focused towards different roles like jungle, right? I guarantee you when you're banning it against Team Liquid, you're banning it against CoreJJ. CoreJJ was the progenitor of the pick in North America. He plays a lot of it, but the answer for CFO is exactly what you were talking about, Vedius. It's the old switcheroo. It's Tristana going into the bottom lane, piloted by Doggo, and Hongq is picking the Yone into the Ziggs of APA.
Which means that this Maokai likely going to go AP, and I wouldn't be surprised to see CFO round things out with a tank. How does TL round out their draft? Do they want to go for something a little bit more... I was going to say, will it be a carry on the top side? I do love the Jax in this composition. Against things like Yone, it offers a lot of value. I think also into Tristana, you can match in the event that Trist wants to try and go off in a side lane. And the Poppy mitigation against a lot of the potential dashes from things like the Leona, the Tristana, and the Yone, I think can offer a huge amount of value, especially with the disengage tools that you provide with both a Leona and Maokai that want to start off these fights.
Plus, let's go back to start of the draft. As soon as we saw the Corki, you're saying, yeah, draft a strong 2v2 for Yon and CoreJJ. Steadfast Presence having such value against both Zenith Blade and Rocket Jump can really give an edge, just not only for the whole composition, but that specific matchup. As we wait for the last couple of seconds, and okay, Driver is not going frontline. He has accepted the Battler challenge in the top lane. It is now Jax versus Gangplank.
I mean, it's 1 game up. We're jumping into game 2. Can the LTA squad bounce back and bring us to a game 3?
That's what they've got to do if they want to keep themselves with a positive record here at First Stand 2025. Let's rock and roll. Let's get into it. By the way, APA is playing Corky, Jan's playing Ziggs.
I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't call it out because I didn't know if it was a graphical error. Sometimes I've seen the draft like just have characters in the wrong spot. No, it's APA on Corky, Jan on Ziggs. Team Liquid switcherooed into the switcheroo.
Wait, I gotta check the seats. Hang on. No, Jan's still in his spot. He's definitely playing the Ziggs. Yeah, I mean, that is a surprise because traditionally when I saw the Ziggs locked in, my instinct was that it was going bot. That was kind of what I thought was going to happen. But of course then, you mentioned it, and I'm casting a Team Liquid game, so you would imagine it's going to go in the hands of APA, the Ziggs player himself. I don't know how I feel about them swapping things around like this.
My forehead's got a lot of sweat on it.
Also, look to have that early game control. Junja, he should have been spotted out on that ward. APA smartly positioning on the bottom side of the lane, and he should be pretty... he's just going to have to flash. Immediately
flashing away from it. Junja getting some instant pressure there in the mid lane. Nicely done.
Yeah, no W on the Corky. Means that that's going to be a flash conceded.
Oh, but Hongq. See, if APA still had a flash, that could have been a kill.
That could have been.
Hongq, though, still going to be fine on this one. Does still have the potion that he can drink, heal himself back up a little bit. APA's mana bar is going to be the issue for him here, running pretty low on that.
A nice stun, but both jungle.
Impact now getting the ulti of his own as CoreJJ makes a rotation up to the top side, but CFO is aware that he's there. Umpty trying to slide there into mid lane, but considering the Sejuani has no Glacial Prison, there's not really an opportunity to go for a kill on Hongq.
The map really opening up now as those grubs have made their way onto the rift. Good push comes through from Team Liquid into the middle lane. It looks like CFO wisely choosing to just cross-map. They don't want to try and fight them this early on. Instead, they'll be happy to secure the Drakes. And I mean, it panned out for them beautifully in game one. They stacked those Drakes incredibly quickly. They didn't need the Elder to end up winning out, but getting that Soul largely uncontested through some really good fights and map movements.
Yeah.
They're looking to replicate that performance here in game two.
But one thing Team Liquid will get in this one compared to that first game is the full set of 3 grubs up there on the top side of the map, since Junja is still taking away this Drake. But Impact's coming up. He has made the rotation down to the bottom side. CoreJJ with a slam into the wall, and it's first blood for Impact on the Jax. The cannon barrage is coming down. The Drake is secured, though, by TL. Doggo and Kaiwing trying to come up and interfere with it with the help of the GP ulti, but it ain't going to happen. TL first on the board.
A clever collapse comes through from Team Liquid. Beautifully done. CoreJJ and Impact just catching Junja off guard. I mean, he was left... I mean, has a small camp advantage, but the gold relatively even.
He loves stealing away those chickens. I feel like that is, we very commonly see him going after
chicken.
I love chicken, my friend. It is one of my personal favorite foods, and Umpty clearly subscribing to the Church of Chicken himself, as Team Liquid seeing maybe there's something to find here as they set up for what may be a dive if they can get somebody else around, but not going to happen. Driver walking down into the river. We still have, CFO is, they've got 4 players nearby. Driver's going to go for the recall here as Hongq will be the one stepping up. This is a ton of patience from Core and Umpty. Flash out from Jan, reset position from Hongq. He no longer has the Fate Sealed, but Junja and Kaiwing are here to help as well. TL now bringing an APA. Everybody's come to the party as Hongq and Junja have to try to run. They've already secured the Scuttle Crab, though, so they'll have that if the fight continues over the grubs. We did have quite a few resources spent on that one. Umpty ulti, CoreJJ ulti. Over on the other side, Fate Sealed is down, as is the Cannon Barrage. Meanwhile, Doggo just trying to get another wave crashed into the mid lane turret. Junja slammed up into the wall with a ton of damage, coming down with a Mega Inferno bomb. Team Liquid's already found the first kill, but now Umpty's going to be in danger. Jan providing covering fire as the Yone barely escapes back to his own body. Hongq at 150 HP, and Doggo could be the next target for TL. CoreJJ immediately tackling into the Tristana, but he's got to be careful. Core survives with 1 hit left, and Doggo's put down. CoreJJ survives, and Kaiwing is knocked back into a minefield. Here comes the chopper, and there goes the bomb. Team Liquid 4-0.
Nice pun underneath his tower. CFO in a lot of danger here is TL.
CoreJJ jumping in with a steadfast presence. They immediately go after Kaiwing.
Nice ulti from Doggo.
Doggo
really
knocking him back. Meanwhile, it's APA interfering with Junja down here towards the Drake. Q stepping up, gives them enough time to secure it this time around. They cannot steal it away on TL's side like they did with the first one. Nice cover from CFO.
Oh, Driver really getting ahead in the matchup now. Trading beautifully. As Impact, even though he has his 2 kills, Driver, ooh, isn't this just a kill?
Yeah, I think that's probably just a kill, Vadius, as there comes the cannon barrage. There goes Impact, disrespecting Driver, who just road kills him underneath the top lane.
What was that from Impact? Like,
a mistake.
I mean, you mentioned disrespect, and like, that is crazy disrespectful that he even contested the wave there. Such an easy kill for Driver, getting CFO on the kill board.
Oop. Now the flash away, Driver in some danger with a Mega Inferno Bomb coming down. A little bit more damage is needed. Driver lives through it. This guy is making the difference for CFO. Core JJ burning down to about 40% HP, but it's only Leona and Maokai, so they can't get the kill. CFO are not backing down. That's only their first kill of the game, Vedius, but they are staying dead even in gold with Team Liquid.
I mean, CFO, it's kind of unfair that they don't have just one good top lane, they got 2.
Yeah, man.
Back-to-back performances, rest with this Cassante in game 1. Now Driver on the gangplank, just absolutely smurfing. A lot of resources invested by TL will make it harder to contest these grubs. But Driver now with Soul in the side lane, getting that solo kill could be massive for CFO now, because dealing with this gangplank is going to become a problem.
Yeah, this guy is absolutely out of control right now. You love to see it for CFO fans, having this trump card up their sleeves, just ready to go. Beautiful stuff from him. But across the rest of the map, ooh, let's not worry about the rest of the map. Let's worry about Junja coming in here with a Maokai ulti, APA getting dove by Q, and there's no way out. They made it look so easy, man. Junja and Q pick up the kill in the TL mid lane.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Flowers. I mean, that was just clean and simple. APA had so few options. And the kill score is, even if he gets the level, I mean, he even flashed!
Yeah, it was nothing but a tragedy up there in that top side, as now a TP coming in bottom. Impact staying alive this time. Wants to keep the pressure on Driver as the rest of his team shows up. The recall about to complete for Kaiwing, nicely stopped by Umpty just in time. You could see that channel about to complete as Driver ready to get himself away with a defensive TP. Umpty just, it takes a little while for Sejuani to kill somebody, even if they're low HP, but he gets it done.
I think this is worth it for CFO, though. Yon doing the wise move of setting his sights on the mid lane tower as the Herald is being started off. There's no one to contest it. First tower likely going to go in favor of CFO, unless Ziggs has something to say about it.
Nope, not quite. That first turret barely in time, but enough. That one claimed by CFO up there in the top lane. Also the Herald going over to CFO. Team Liquid wanting to get another turret down here in the bot side. Remember, they do have 4 grubs, so they get a little bit of Void Might power. But TL starting to stumble a little bit here in the mid game as CFO finds some advantages in both individual micro fights and greater map movement.
I know them to be a team fighting team. They love to 5v5 you, but this composition is very much about being able to play the side lanes, being able to leverage those numbers advantage by going 1v1, 2v1 across the map rather than fully committing to the 5v5. But that's not to say that they don't have team fight tools as well, because remember, Leona plus Maokai, all the utility in the world, the Gangplank ultimate as well.
Or JJ getting jumped on here as Kaiwing and Doggo just pouring the damage into the Poppy. Buster shot and Core got Doggo getting it done. Beautiful from CFO. And again, it's disrespect from TL. They're falling apart and CFO are the ones dismantling them.
Pick after pick, another tower likely to go in favor of CFO, but APA and Umpty here to try and contest.
Q does so much damage here with a Yone. Umpty wants to lock him down. Fate Seal gets him away as the Glacial Prison will be spent on the Leona. Flash out from the CFO support, making his way up to the waiting arms of his AD carry and jungler. Means he will not die there. So again, TL gets nothing. Yes, they might claim a couple summoner spells, but it's another objective going the way of CFO, who have now once again earned feats of strength.
But the barrels, man. Barrel, barrel, barrel. I guess that's what you do. You hit the barrel before I can blow you up. Again, that game of whack-a-mole. APA locked in.
Yon in some trouble. Doggo really wanted that one, flashing forward, forcing the counter flash from Yon. Yon still losing about 3/4 HP on that Mega Inferno Bomb. Connects, but only on the outer rim to Doggo and Kaiwing. APA using his teleport to make his way into the fight now, but a nice buster shot coming out from Doggo, staying alive for now, but it won't matter. Core JJ ends up getting the kill with Ignite. Team Liquid finally get one back, but it's at the cost of the tier 1 turret down in the bottom lane. APA had to teleport away to make the play. That means nobody's defending against Driver, and he just keeps the money flowing in. Get away from it. Very mobile champion. Unfortunately, not enough damage there for Team Liquid to make it happen. Hongq now needs to try to get away. APA, Core, and Umpty coming in to try to stop him, but Hongq knows if he kills the Corki, none of the other two can kill him instead. A lot of CC done to Hongq. He critically gets away just in time, and Junjin's already killed APA. Core's trying to eject the enemy players, but it's a little bit too late. Finally, a kill back on Hongq comes out from Yon, but Umpty is gunned down by Doggo. Core trying to get away from Kaiwing and Driver, but Doggo's ready to back him up. Impact jumps in after the enemy AD carry, but he jumps only to his own demise. Another bullet might just take him down, as Junjin's gonna cut off Yon, and Team Liquid absolutely falls to pieces. CFO wipes him off the rip.
It's an ace for CFO as they come out convincingly ahead in the fight. What was supposed to be a pick onto Hongq ends in devastation for Team Liquid. The confidence on this young man in the mid lane to not try and run, but to turn and fight against the impending Team Liquid squad.
This Otacon, all of the extra stats they got from that. Last team fight damage dealt to champions. A Gangplank ulti raining down on top of everybody for a little while. That's going to do that for you. Here we go with a Maokai ulti flying out. Finds a root into Umpty and Core. Not a whole lot more than that. Nice deny on the barrel there from Umpty. Jumps back in, wants to go after Driver. Throws out the ulti from the Sejuani, but it's not going to get a whole lot more. Impact continuing the chase. Driver has no oranges. Hongq trying to escape. Driver's going to get gunned down. And now, can they turn anything else around? Impact's next to die, and Core tackles it on top of Junja. Now he's got to be careful about his own health bar as Umpty charges forward, but where's the backup? Doggo fires back. APA's got a ton of health, but where's the rest of the backup for him? Now another re-engage coming out from Hongq and Kaiwing, and they're going to take out APA. Doggo's ready to grab more. He takes down two. Umpty's left behind next. Doggo just destroyed him. CFO are so much better.
A triple kill for Doggo as he makes the outplay a reality. Team Liquid found such a promising start to the fight. They wanted to capitalize, turn it into a massive comeback, but it ends up falling disastrous once more.
From CFO, ever since the midpoint of this game, the last 15 minutes or so have been all CFO all the time. Team Liquid, whether they're short by an inch or short by a mile, they are coming up short as another Maokai ulti flies in. Another death for APA. Another march down mid for CFO. And this game might be closer to the end than we might think, Vedius. Impact and Umpty trying to get something back, but the ulti is a whiff. CFO want even more as Doggo jumps over the wall. Impact can't do anything to stop him. And CFO, they've taken the tier 2. They're going to march it up to the Baron. And who's going to stop them?
Doggo flashes the icon of the Flash Wolves. The iconic team from the LMS. I mean, this is the new breed from APAC. The young, promising mid laner. The veterans of Junja, Doggo. I mean, this roster coming together and just defying expectations. Yes, they fell short to Hanwha Life yesterday, but they are on the precipice of a huge victory today. APA gets forced back, but look at this Gangplank ultimate. Oh my goodness, the devastation. The Black Pearl is envious of what this GP is bringing to the fight as CFO just tear Team Liquid apart.
The rest of the team is right behind Kaiwing. Doggo and Hongq putting the work into the tier 2 in the bottom lane, while Driver gets the wave pushed up in mid. Hongq and Doggo now ready to threaten under the tier 3 bottom. APA can't do a lot to defend, and now it's Umpty caught out, burst down before anything else even happens. CFO 5v4 for the next 45 seconds.
They can keep playing through these two lanes, splitting Team Liquid up. Their wave clear is good thanks to Yon. Hongq sets his sights on the mid lane. Just going to be clearing out some vision, but this bot lane tower is sure to fall, and it will. The inhibitor soon to follow.
There it goes. Inhibitor down in the bottom lane. Mid about to be treated the same. CFO looking to just end the game here. Doggo jumping forward, completely unafraid, has the lifesteal to trade and heal right back up. He wants to keep going in. May have gone a little bit too far. Shut down over to Impact as Team Liquid now at least has a chance to continue the game a little bit further. 11:59 and some odd seconds. It ticks ever forward, and CFO are about to close this game. APA collapsed onto the twisted advance. He's dead before he fires a shot. Core, Umpty, and Impact all scatter as the Mega Inferno Bomb hits Doggo. But again, it's not enough. Umpty's gonna die to the explosive charge. Impact locked up by Junja, Kaiwing, and Driver. He'll fight for a second, but he's not getting away from this one. The stasis won't save him, and Junja's gonna erase him. Now Hong Q back in the enemy base. He knows they're ready to end this one. They're ready to end the game. They're ready to end the series. They're ready to end Team Liquid. CFO getting it done, and getting it done clean. Core's the only man alive, and what is Support Poppy gonna do against the Yone and the Gangplank that have been running the show since 15 minutes? GG CFO, 2-0.